Alrighty, folks, it is Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. And I'll tell you what, I'm feeling better than usual here today because I'm coming off a perfect 6-0 day on patreon.com/Brock Page yesterday. We hit on the Jays, Tigers, Rays, Cubs, Rangers, and a two-teamer featuring Cincinnati and Arizona. Certainly a great day yesterday on Wednesday. And I'll tell you what, the only way you could have accessed all those winners is to join my chairman membership on that website. And I'll explain a little bit more about all that at the end of the video. But with that, let's go ahead and get to what we came here for. Free content. We're going to take a look at the Diamondbacks at the Nationals, 105 Eastern first pitch. Arizona's minus $1.55 on the road, totals 9.5. Tommy Henry for Arizona, Jake Irvin for Washington. Now, Irvin's got just one win on the season with an ERA in the 5s. He's also walked 22 batters compared to just 27 strikeouts. And even if Irvin throws well here today, the Nats have had all kinds of issues scoring runs in the Capitol. These guys are a bottom 3 run-producing team on their own diamond. They're facing Tommy Henry, who's recorded only one loss through 56 innings of work. Now, this powerful D-backs lineup has also had little issue getting base runners across the plate. These guys have a top 3 run-producing lineup on the road. Ketel Marte is the club leader in hits. Corbin Carroll's got the highest qualifying batting average, along with 16 home runs. Now, most importantly, Corbin Carroll's third in the bigs right now in OPS average at the plate. Guys always on base. Now, injury-wise, Robles and Pineda are still out for the Nationals. And when it comes to the total, 6 out of Washington's last 10 meetings with Arizona did get over the total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Now, the Nats also saw 5 out of their last 6 Jake Irvin starts get over the total as well. Arizona went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Give them the D-backs minus 155. Over 9.5. Next ball game, Braves, Phillies, 105 Eastern first pitch. Atlanta's minus $1.15, totals 8.5. Bryce Elder for the Braves, Aaron Nola for the Fightins. Now, Nola's got a handful of losses on the year, along with a 4.66 ERA. Now, the Phils are also having all kinds of problems with the NL East. Out of their last 14 divisional ball games, the Phillies got the W only 5 times. Now, they're facing an Atlanta team who's 8-2 in their last 10 divisional road games themselves. When it comes to hitting the baseball, nobody's hitting for power better than Atlanta. These guys lead the league in homers and team OPS at the dish. Ronald Acuna's got the highest batting average in the majors besides Luis Arias, of course. He's also 4th in the bigs in OPS. Meanwhile, Ozzie Albies, he has the most RBI on the roster. And even if for some reason the Braves struggle with Aaron Nola in the box, they do have a very good righty in Bryce Elder themselves. Out of 83 innings of work this year, Elder's recorded only 1 loss. He's also got an ERA in the 2s, along with a 1.14 whip. Now, 8 out of Elder's last 9 starts did stay under the total. Meanwhile, Philadelphia went 7-3 to the under in their last 10. Give me Atlanta minus $1.15. Under 8.5. Next ball game, Red Sox, Twins, 110 Eastern start time. Minnesota's 150, totals 9. Joe Ryan for Minnesota, Justin Garza for Boston. And even though Garza's got just 13 innings of work under his belt, he's got an ERA in the 3s, and he averages just about a strikeout an inning. Now, this Boston pitching staff, they don't give away many freebies. They're actually walking only 2.2 batters a game in their travels. That's actually a league low in that statistic. Now, this Boston lineup of hitters can also pound the baseball. They've got the 3rd highest team batting average in the majors. Rafi Devers, he's tied for the most RBI in the league. Alex Verdugo is the club leader in hits. And even if, despite the fact that Joe Ryan's been stellar, the Twins just don't want to win for the guy. They actually took the loss in 6 out of Ryan's last 9 starts. and they averaged only 1.6 runs a game in those losses. And speaking of offensive woes, the Twins strike out more times a game than any other lineup in baseball. They're fanning slightly over 10.2 times per contest at the dish. Now, Polanco and Gordon are still out for Minnesota. 9 out of the Twins' last 10 meetings with Boston did get over the total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Now, they also went 7-2 to the over in their last 9 at Target Field. Give me the Red Sox plus 1.5 over 9. Next game, A's Guardians, 1:10 Eastern start time. Cleveland's minus $1.80, totals 8. Logan Allen for Cleveland, J.P. Sears for Oakland. Now to 76-plus innings, Sears has just 1 victory. Now the A's have also reclaimed their title as the worst team in baseball. They have the fewest wins in the majors, and they rank dead last in runs per game. They're going to have to face Logan Allen here today, who's recorded only 2 losses in 54-plus innings. He's also got himself an ERA in the 3s. Now, as a team, the Guardians have won 3 straight, and they've had little issues scoring against Oakland in recent gatherings. Out of their last 10 meetings with the A's, Cleveland's averaged 6 runs per contest. Jose Ramirez, he is currently the team leader in hits. Josh Naylor's 4th in the big leagues in RBI. Now, the Guardians are 23-12 to the under at Progressive Field. Meanwhile, Oakland saw 7 out of their last 10 stay under the total themselves. Give me Cleveland minus 180. Under 8. Next game, Padres Giants, 3:45 East. San Diego's minus $1.30, totals 8.5. Blake Snell for the Pods, Alex Wood for the Giants. Now, Wood suffered just 1 loss this season, and he's averaged just about a strikeout an inning. And out of 8 Alex Wood starts this season, the Giants got the W 6 times. And they've averaged well over 10 runs a game in those victories. Thairo Estrada, he is the club leader in batting average and hits. And for those who don't know, this red-hot Giants team, they've won their last 10 straight. Now they're facing lefty Blake Snell here today, who's walked 40 batters and has a 3-6 record. And even if Snell throws well here today, the Pods are the worst road-hitting team in the game. They're averaging a league-worst 7.2 hits a game in their travels. Hanniger is still out for San Francisco. Mike Yastrzemski's doubtful. Now, the Giants did see 3 out of their last 6 divisional home games stay under the number. Meanwhile, San Diego's 9-4 to the under in their last 13 road games against NL West opponents. Give me San Francisco plus $1.10, under 8.5. Next ball game, Royals at the Rays, and that'll be a 6:40 Eastern first pitch. Tampa Bay's minus 375, total 7.5. Shane McClanahan for Tampa Bay. Jose Cuas for Kansas City. I think that's how you say it. Either way, Cuas comes into today's start with an ERA in the 4s along with a 1.45 whip. Now, the Royals also have a hard time producing runs, especially on the road. They're scoring a league-low 3.2 runs a game in their travels. Now they're facing Shane McClanahan, who's arguably the best in the game right now. Shane O'Mac 11-1 with an ERA of 2.12. Now these Tampa Bay hitters also have the second highest OPS average in the majors. Wander Franco's the club leader in hits. Yandy Diaz has the highest qualifying batting average in the lineup. Now, Brandon Lau's still out for Tampa. Isabel and Massey inactive for KC. The Royals did see 3 out of their last 4 road games get over the number. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay went 60% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Rays minus 1.5, over 7.5. Next ball game, Pirates Marlins, 6:40 Eastern start time. Miami's minus 135, total 7.5. Braxton Garrett for the Marlins, Mitch Keller for Pittsburgh. And as good as Mitch is, I just don't think the Pirates are playing good enough team baseball right now to get the W, especially on the road. They're actually on a 9-game skid right now, and they do have a tough time hitting for power. This isn't a really power-driven lineup. They've got a bottom 10 home run producing lineup right now, And no real shock, they're also in the bottom 10 in hits per game. Now, they're facing Braxton Garrett, who's given these guys ample opportunities to win ball games. I mean, they got a real, chance when he's on the bump. Garrett's got an ERA in the threes, along with 77 strikeouts. And out of 69-plus innings of work, the lefties recorded only 2 losses. Now, hitting-wise, the Marlins do a nice job of getting base runners at home. They're in the top 5 in the National League in home hits per game. Luis Arias is batting a league-best .398 at the dish. Jorge Soler's third in the bigs in home runs. Now, Segura, Garcia, and Chisholm, they're all still out for Miami. McCutchen and Reynolds are questionable. Now, 5 out of Mitch Keller's last 8 starts did fall under the total. Meanwhile, Miami's 16-9 of the under against National League opponents at home. Give me the Marlins minus 135, under 7.5. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that Mariners-Yankees game, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. The New York Yankees are minus $120, total 7.5. Domingo Germán for New York, Brian Wu for Seattle. And through just a dozen-plus innings of work, righty Brian Wu, he's got an ERA in the 7s. When it comes to offensive production, Seattle's got one of the worst hitting lineups in the American League. They actually have the second lowest team batting average in all of the majors. Now, they're also striking out more times a game at the dish than any other team in the AL West. Now, they're facing Domingo Germán on the mound here for New York, and he's got a handful of wins and a 1.09 whip. And speaking of pitching, the Yankees allow fewer hits per 9 than any other pitching staff besides one. Aaron Judge is still out for New York. J.P. Crawford's questionable for Seattle. 3 out of the M's last 4 road games did fall under the total. Meanwhile, New York saw their last 5 straight at Yankee Stadium stay under the line, giving the New York Yankees minus $120, under 7.5. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me Arizona minus 155, over 9.5. Atlanta Braves minus $115, under 8.5 runs. Boston plus 1.5, over 9. Cleveland minus 180, under 8. San Francisco plus $110, under 8.5. Tampa Bay Rays minus 1.5, over 7.5 runs. Miami Marlins minus 135, under 7.5. With my next and final pick for the video, give me the Yankees minus $120, under 7.5 runs. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you do end up getting a package here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just keep in mind, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's how I always, tell folks. My chairman package is a full access, all-inclusive membership. You get full access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It is included with your purchase of the chairman package. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.